Kingdom's Wealth and Wisdom, brought to you by Petra Worldwide. Here is Nathan Weaver.
Greetings and welcome to Kingdom's Wealth and Wisdom. I'm Nathan Weaver, founder and executive director of Petra Worldwide. In business, we often talk about building a fortress and engineering our environment. But even the best engineers occasionally hit a snag. Most business owners, when they receive an IRS penalty notice, they treat it like a final judgment. They crumble, they pay it, and they let their margins get eroded. But in the kingdom, we don't just pay for our mistakes, we advocate for our integrity. If you've been a consistent, compliant taxpayer and you've hit a one time invisible leak in your filing or payment requirements, you don't just automatically lose the battle. Today, we're going to talk about the first time penalty abatement, or what I like to call the mercy mandate. The pro tip here is understanding that the IRS actually has a built in get out of jail free card for those with a clean record. The first time abatement administrative waiver is that get out of jail free card. If you haven't had a penalty in the last 3 years and you are current on your tax filings, now you've entered the zone of penalty forgiveness. You are taking a situation that looks like a financial loss and turning it into a win through its simple process of administrative grace. For small business owners, this can be super significant because this one time forgiveness applies to failure to file penalty, failure to pay penalty, and even failure to deposit penalty. If you allow your cash flow to be gobbled up by a $5,000 penalty without simply asking for forgiveness, you've left a lot of profit out of your pocket and into the pocket of the tax king, and no one wants to do that.
Pastors and financial leaders, do you need expert accounting or tax help? Do you have payroll or 1099 questions? Do you need a ministry expert to help you acquire real estate for your next project? If the answer is yes, yes, and yes, visit petraworldwide.org. Petra Worldwide has been strengthening ministries to transform humanity since 2007. Visit petraworldwide.org or call 855-481-9095.
When you receive a notice from the IRS, you must use a shield of advocacy. Don't just send a check because the psychology of the kingdom here is vital. You call the IRS or you write them a letter and you specifically request a first time abatement. This tells the IRS that you are a person of good integrity who has maintained a steady, profitable fortress but had a specific isolated incident. It is a shield that maintains your margin from being eroded by a simple human error. And don't just pick a number out of the hat. Use the law as your index. This credit, this one time forgiveness, it is certainly available to you, but it's not made available without your request. You have to know the tools that are at your disposal and then utilize them accordingly. And this is where Petra Worldwide separates the leaders from the followers. We don't just look at your tax bill, we look at your compliance intent and your compliance record. We help our members document their clean case history and we ensure their request is filed correctly to cap the penalty exposure to zero. We also ensure that the logistics of the intent are well documented, that if we need to provide proof of this one time incident, we have substantiating facts that can support the request for forgiveness. Managing your penalties isn't just saving pennies, it's also about ensuring your business remains steady and profitable. So, no matter what the conflict is that arises with the tax authorities, remember that the wise use every tool available to protect their kingdom. And I suggest that you do the same thing. I'm Nathan Weaver. Lead with confidence, live with integrity, and build something that lasts. We'll see you on the next episode of Kingdom's Wealth and Wisdom.
Listen every day at 4 p.m. for Kingdom's Wealth and Wisdom, brought to you by Petra Worldwide, strengthening ministries to transform humanity. On the web at petraworldwide.org.